Hello, we are here with independent practice for 1.3 adding integers from Math in Focus Singapore Math, Student Edition Course 2A. I'm sure you had an opportunity to go through the other video that helps you understand the concepts from this chapter so that solving this chapter becomes easier and faster and you know what we are doing here or what is expected from you, right? If you do not have the opportunity, please do so before you watch this video. Okay, so let's get started with the first part, which says evaluate each sum using a number line. Okay, so here we are supposed to solve this, but not like general equation that we do, but using the number line. So let's get our scale and pencil in place. First, we have -3 plus -9, right? So we know these are minus numbers. So let's have our number line here. And we start plotting from here, okay? So let's mark. Let's say this is 0, okay? And we go on to negative side. Both the numbers are negative, right? So we know that our final answer will be negative, a larger number. So let's keep marking here. I hope that will suffice us. Let's say this is our 0. Okay, so this is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10, -11, -12, and -13. Okay, so if you remember, when we are doing this, we start with this number, right? -3. So we'll start from here. So actually, if you take this, this is -3, right? But we don't need to do this. We start from -3 already. And it says plus -9. So when you are adding a negative number, you go to the left side, right? So you have to count 9 now. So 1, 2, from 3 you start, from -3 you start, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is where you end. Okay, so this is the jump that you have from this number, right? -9. So where are we? -12. So the answer for this is -12. Okay, so this is how you solve this kind of sum. So let's do the next one. It says you start from -8. Okay, and here is our number line again. Okay, so let's start marking. Okay, each centimeter I'm taking as 1 unit, right? Okay, and we are almost done. Let's start with 0 again. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10, -11, -12, -13, -14. Okay, now it says -8, right? So we will start from here. Okay, so this was actually -8, right? So we'll start from here. We don't need to do this. And it says plus -4. So it's adding minus, right? So you go negative. From here, you count 4 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is where we are. Okay, this is -4, right? So the answer is -12. So this is another example of doing it on a number line. Now we have next one which says 7 plus -7, right? So now you have to start at 7 and you know you're adding a negative number, so you will go towards the left side, right? So your answer is not going to be more than 7. So let's do our scale accordingly. So this is something that you have to think when you're doing your scale so that you don't end up making unnecessarily big scale over here and end up wasting time writing everything. Okay, so here we are marking all the numbers. Okay, almost done. So let's say this is 7. Okay, that's where we are going to start, right? So start writing in reverse. You know the descending numbers, right? Okay, here we are 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and likewise. I won't need it from this. You can figure it out, right? So we start at 7, and we have to add minus 7, right? So we count towards left, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is where it ends. Okay, so you have done from this to minus 7. So the answer is 0, right? So we go to the next one. It's the same way, but it's given in a reverse way, right? So we have to start at minus 9. Okay, and then you're adding a positive number, right? So you will go to the right. So let's have our scale here. This is going to be the minus 9. Okay, so we go, keep marking each unit as 1 centimeter. Okay, I don't need so much, I'm sure. This is minus 9, minus 8, minus 7, minus 6, minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1. Can you do faster than this? I'm sure you can, right? So this is minus 9 where you start, and it says plus 9. So start counting 9 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? This is where you would come. Now you're going to write because you're adding plus 9. Okay? So this is, answer is 0, right? This is the answer here. So let's go to the next one. Now it says minus 10 and you're adding 6 to it. So our scale will be, you'll start from minus 10 and you know you're adding, right? Positive numbers. You're going to go to the right. So my largest negative I need here is minus 10. So let's plot until 0. Okay. I guess I should have enough by now. This is minus 10, minus 9, minus 8, minus 7, minus 6, minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, and 0. That should suffice to fill. Okay. So we start here at minus 10. We're starting from here, right? And it says plus 6. So we're going to the right 6 units, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we are. Okay, so from minus 10 you go plus 6 this way and you are at minus 4. So this is your answer. Let's go for the next one. This is quite fast, right? Okay, we mark from here. I will make a bigger one. Okay, let me extend this further. Let's start marking now. Okay, let me start from here. This is my minus 17, minus 16, minus 15, minus 14, minus 13, minus 12, minus 11, minus 10, minus 9, minus 8, minus 7, minus 6, minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2. I don't need so many, but I'll just complete it. Minus 1 and 0. Let me go at least until 0 over here, right? Minus 17, minus 16, minus 15, minus 14, minus 13, minus 12, minus 11, minus 10, minus 9, minus 8, minus 7, minus 6, minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0. You can see how much I enjoy my math. Okay, so we start at minus 17. This is our starting point, and then you have to add 9. So you go right. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here we are. So we went here, right? Plus 9, and the answer here, this is minus 8. Okay, so this is quite simple, pretty fast, and easy to do. I'm sure you understood it, right? So let's go to the next part now, which says evaluate each sum using the absolute value. Okay, so we are doing using the absolute value. right? So basically, when you do absolute value, you put them like this, right? Minus 23 plus, and this is minus 9, right? First, you put them in this order, right? In this format. So this becomes 23 plus 9, which is 32. So the first step is to add them, and then the second step is that you put the sign. So both are negative numbers, right? So we are going to do this. So this format, this method is when both these are negatives, right? Or both are positive. So this is how you do that. Okay. So likewise, let's go for the next one. This is absolute value of minus 11 plus absolute value of minus 34, which is equal to 11 plus 34, which is 45. And now both are negative numbers, right? So we'll put the negative sign here. Okay, let's go to the next one. Again, both are negative numbers, right? So we put like this, minus 15, and this is minus 7, right? Which is equal to 15 plus 7, that is equal to 22. And both are negative. So what are we going to do? Yes, we'll put the minus sign here. Okay, so when both have the same sign, you add the absolute values and put the respective sign. Okay, so if both were positive, you would do the same things. This answer would be positive. Okay, so let's go to the next part of this exercise, which is here. So we continue now. We look at our numbers. One is positive and one is negative. So we don't follow the method that we had here. Okay, we will have to have a different method. So do you remember what is the method? Try to recall it. I'm sure you'll be able to do it. So this says that you take the absolute values, okay, and you reverse the sign, right? You minus the smaller one from the larger one. Okay, so 18 is larger, right? Without the negative sign. If you take absolute value, so 18 will be larger, right? And you minus the smaller, so you reverse the sign. So this is basically 18 minus 12, which is equal to 6. And then it says at the end, you put the sign of the larger number. Okay, so this is the larger number, right? So this becomes minus 6. Okay, let's do one more. It's the same process. So here 40 is larger, right? So we write absolute value of 40 minus absolute value of 26. So this is 40 minus 26, right? Which gives us 14, and the larger number has a negative sign. Okay, let's do the next one. It's the same thing. Absolute value of 75 and the absolute value of 19, right? So this becomes 75 minus 19, which is equal to 56. And you put the sign of the larger number. Okay, when you have something like this, 75 minus 19, you subtract 20 first. Okay, so it becomes 65 and 55, right? So it's like you have 75, then it's 65 and 55, reducing by 20, right? And then, but it is 19, not 55, so you add 1, and that's why you have it 56. Okay, so that's how you use your mental math to make it faster and easier. So let's go to the next one, which says evaluate each sum. Okay, so now it's not number line, now it's not the absolute value. We simply solve this sums. So let's take the first part. So minus 8 plus 4 is how much? That's minus 4, right? And plus 5, the next part. Okay, which is equal to 1. Simple. It's a regular math, right? Like no absolute values, no number line, nothing. Just simply solve it. Okay, then the next one. Let's first open up the brackets, okay? All the brackets. So I will say this is equal to 5. We know plus and minus, right? You remember the rule. plus times plus gives us plus, minus times minus gives us plus, minus times plus gives us minus, plus times minus gives us minus, right? So we have plus and minus, right? So this becomes minus 10, and again plus and minus, so it becomes minus 6. Okay, so now as you feel comfortable, you solve it, right? You can say this is, first you take 2 digits, this is minus 5, right? Plus 5 and minus 10, minus 5 and minus 6, and now you add the same sign. Remember the rules, when you have same signs, you simply add and put the respective sign. Okay, or you could say 5 and you add all the negative numbers. So this is minus 16, right? 10 and 6, and then it's again 11. So whatever works for you. Okay, and so we'll just follow one method. We will not go for both the methods because you know it how to do that. Okay, so next one, let's simplify again. This is minus 6 as it is, plus and minus, right? So plus, this will be minus 8, plus and minus again, right? So this is minus 12. Okay, now all are negative numbers, right? So you simply add all the numbers and put the negative sign. So let's do that. 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 plus 12 is 26. And you will put the negative sign here. Okay, so because all were negative, we added them together. Or you could do 2 and then add the next one. Next, we have 13, right? And we open the bracket, plus and minus makes it minus the 17 plus 7. Okay, now see 17, 7, it's easier to do this work here. Okay, so what I'll do is equals to 13. I'll do this part first, and this is minus 10, right? Okay, sorry, we missed this minus sign here, so this is minus here again. Okay, and 13 and 10 is 23 with a minus sign. Okay, so had I mistakenly missed this, my answer would have been something else. Okay, so we have to be very careful with the signs around. Okay, next what we have is minus 20. Let's open up the brackets first. Plus 16, plus and minus becomes minus 7. Okay, so I will do this. Minus 20 plus 16, right? Opposite signs, different signs. So you subtract the smaller from the larger. So 20 minus 16 is 4. And you put the sign of the larger number. So this is minus 4. And then you have minus 7. Okay, first we solved this. Now numbers with the same sign. So you add them and put the respective sign. Okay, next, open up the brackets first. Minus 11, minus 8, plus 14, right? So let's do this first, same sign. So you add them, that makes 19, and put the respective sign, and then you have plus 14. Okay, when different signs, you subtract smaller from the larger. So 19 minus 5 gives 19 minus 14 gives us 5, and you put the sign of the larger number. Okay, so this is what you had to do over here. Just simply solve them. No number line, no absolute values. So this chapter seems to be going really fast, right? And now here we are with our real world problems, famously known as story problems or the word problems, right? And as we said in the concepts video, that we will be dealing with this directly while doing the independent practice. So here we are. Okay, so the first one says the temperature is minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit. What will be the temperature if the temperature rises 20 degrees Fahrenheit? So what's the initial temperature we have is this, and it rises, okay, which is positive, right? So first your temperature, usually I would suggest that you write proper statements to make it easier. The temperature, for example, you would say the temperature at the beginning, for example, okay? That's my statement, equals to minus 4 degree Fahrenheit. Then I would say the rise in temperature is 20 degree Fahrenheit. Therefore, this is how you write, therefore, the new temperature. Now, what is the new temperature, right? This is where we were first, right? New temperature was this. Now it has gone up, so we are going to add 20 degrees, right? It has not fallen, it's going up, it's positive, right? It's going up. So minus 4 plus 20, you know it is 16 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, writing the statements gives clarity about how to solve the sum. Okay, so this was the first one. Let's go to the next one, which says Mr. Clark parked his car in a parking garage 33 feet below street level. Okay, so where did he park? 33 feet below, right? So we'll put minus sign. It's below, right? He then got in an elevator and went up 88 feet to his office. Okay, so his office, for that, how much high did he go? 88 feet, right? How far above street level is his office? So he was at minus 33, that is where he parked his car, and then he's going up, he's adding, right? 88 degrees, sorry, 88 feet. Okay, so this is what you do, and which is equal to, this is easy to subtract, right? 33 and 88, so larger minus smaller, and the sign of the larger, which is positive. So this is 55 feet. So his office is at 55 feet. This is what this off here, when we write this, we don't mean that his office is at 88 feet. We meant that he climbed from parking to office. There was what he had to go up, and this is where his office is. Okay, so his office is 55 feet above street level. Okay, so this is how you solve. If you were doing this on a number line, it would look something like this. Like here you are at minus 33, and then here you go counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 88 until 88. Okay, and you will reach somewhere here 55. This is how you would do on a number line, but then plotting those many numbers is too much. So this is how you do it easily over here, unless you are asked to do it on a number line. The next one says a hiker starts hiking in Death Valley at an elevation of 143 feet below sea level. Okay, so where is his position? First, he starts hiking at 143 feet below, right? So it's going to be minus. Okay, and then it says he climbs up 400 feet. How much did he climb? 400 feet, and it will be positive because it's climbing up. Okay, so just writing this makes sure that you're putting right signs. Okay, what is his new elevation relative to the sea level? So his new elevation will be where he started first, right? He started here, and then he went high this much, right? You are adding it up, right? So minus 143 plus 400, which is equal to, so this is 43, right? 43 plus 7, this will give us 50, right? So that becomes 150, and 150 plus 250 gives us 400. So this is mental math that we are doing. Okay, So 250 plus 7, right? So this is 257 feet, and the larger number is positive. So this is where what we write. So his new elevation relative to sea level is 257 feet. You can write that entire statement, okay? His new elevation relative to sea level is 257 feet. Okay, let me change the color because it has, like, I can see a lot of pink here now. The next one says, Emma was playing a board game with her friends. Do you play board games? What kind of board games do you play? Or you're always on your PlayStation or on your phone? Or you play board games there? It's better to have physical board games and play on with them, okay? It helps. There are scientific reasons, and you can Google that. On her first turn, she moved 6 spaces forward, okay? So first turn. How much is she going? She's going forward, right? So 6. It's forward, so we write only 6. On her second turn, she moved another 5 spaces forward. 5 spaces forward. So it's plus 5, right? On her third turn, she moved 4 spaces backward. Okay, so it's 4 spaces, but it is backward. So it will be minus 4. How many squares forward or backward from her starting point was she after her third turn? So wherever she started from there, how much forward or backward is she? Okay, so what are we supposed to do here? She goes 6 steps first, then 5 steps for next, and then she comes back 4 steps, right? So how are we going? We need the total where she is with respect to her starting point. So she went 6 steps first, so we have 6. Then she's going 5 steps, right? So we add it. And then she's going back 4 steps. So this is our equation. Okay, so this is 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 minus 4 is 7. So with respect to her starting point, she is 7 steps forward, right? Because the answer is positive. Okay, if the answer was negative, she was backward. Okay, it's simple to do, right? Even this word problems are not difficult to solve. It's just reading them carefully, marking important points, and as you read, try and put your information for your quick reference. Okay, so that way you have all the necessary information and right information. Okay, and here we are on the final question. In a game, all scores with even numbers are recorded as positive. Okay, so when it's even, it means the score is positive. Odd numbers are recorded as negative. Okay, so if you score even number, it is recorded as positive, and if you earn odd number, you will record it as negative number. Explain how to find Diego's total score in a game if his individual scores during the game are this. Okay, so you are given 9 scores, right? 5 scores here. 9, 12, 7, 18, and 19. So what are we supposed to do with this scores? You have to be careful with this. When you find an even, you have to add, right? And because it says even is positive and odd is negative. So let's start putting them, okay? So let's get all the even numbers first. So 9 is not an even number. 12 is an even number. So we write here 12. It's plus, right? Positive. We cancel it to make sure that we don't repeat that. Then 7, it's an odd number. 18 is even, so we will write plus 18, right? Even is positive. So we cancel this, and then 19 is odd number. So let's go back again with odd numbers. First is 19. Odd numbers are negative, right? So minus 9. Okay, and then the next negative or the odd number is 7. So we will do minus 7. Okay, and then finally we have 19 here, which will be also minus. Okay, even, positive, right? Odd, negative, right? So now this is what your equation is. Explain how to find Diego's total score in a game. So this is how you will say, for to find Diego's total score, we will add all the even numbers, right? And from that we subtract all the odd numbers because of this condition that we have. So what do you think is the answer? 12 plus 18 is 30, right? So we put positive sign because they all are positive. Now let's add all these negative numbers. 9 plus 7 is 16, right? 9 plus 7 is 16. And 16 and 19 is how much? How much? Fast. Let's do it fast. Do you have the answer? Let's cross-check your answer. 6 plus 9 is 15. We have 5 here and 1 here, 35. Okay? So this is 35, but this will be minus, right? All these numbers are negative. Okay? So now finally you have opposite signs, right? Different signs. So you minus from larger the smaller number. 35 minus 30 is 5, and you put the sign of the larger, which is minus 5. So that's the answer. Okay, so all this is just the application of the first part, right? This chapter basically had adding integers using number line, then using absolute values, and then normal method that we follow, and then doing all those things here in the word problem. So this is it. It's a very simple chapter, and you can see we really completed it faster. And even the word problems, the real world problems, as they say in the book, are also quite simple and easy to do. The only important thing here is that you mark important points. Start putting your information as you gather them. Okay, don't read the whole question and then wonder. As you read, keep adding. So put the statements. This helps. Okay, I know this is a little bit writing, but this helps. This makes sure that you are not taking any wrong information. You are putting right information, which will make sure that you solve it right and your answer is also right. So your efforts earns you points. Okay, so this was it, and thank you very much. I hope this is helping you to become better at math, and you can look out for other videos for the concepts as well as other independent practices. Thank you. Bye-bye.